to from withhold to waiting, right? So
Yes,
once
yes.
you change withhold to waiting, you can see it will be in executing in the sense the job is running. You have couple of is already in added in queue which is not executed. Okay,
Yes,
it's
yes.
executing in executing status. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So now what you can go to that particular purchase requisition and you can rerun. If you refresh the workflow history, you can able to view it. It will be assigned to respective person for approval.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. But I did it. No, I couldn't able to. I don't know.
Okay. Any doubts in SCM?
No, it's clear. Everything apart from this, everything done.
Okay.
I don't know why this
Okay.
couldn't happen.
Okay. If you have any doubts, so today's session is only for the interaction. So you can raise the if you have any doubts or not. You can ask anything. If you want to re-explain certain process, I will re-explain the certain process. Okay. Before going to the next module, finance module. Anyhow, in finance module, you will see the purchase order and sales order, but you will not able to see the purchase requisition request for quotation cases. So that was the reason I'm asking.
Gautam sir,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
please explain BOM one more time.
Okay. Okay. I will explain BOM one more time. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I have shared my screen. Hope you are able to view it. Okay. So what do you mean by BOM? BOM is nothing but bill of material. Okay, when you say bill of material, so what exactly this bill of material functionality will do? This bill of material have couple of raw material items, okay, which you need to convert into the finished product or semi-finished product. Okay, either you can convert all raw material into finished product or semi-finished product, depends on how much quantity do you require. Let's imagine you have a mobile phone. Okay, to prepare to manufacture one mobile phone, what are the parts you required? You required camera, you required
Okay.
the plastic to open a front and back case, designing that one, metal, steel, metal, you required circuits, motherboard, you required touch screen. So these are the components which you require uh, to assembling parts which required to make the finished product as iPhone, right? Even if you see the pen, manufacturing pen, what you require the plastic to prepare the cap and the pen front and bottom level. You required refills, you required ink, you required nib. So these are the simple raw material items which you required it, right? So when you combine these all raw material item and you when you make a semi-finished or finished product, it is known as uh, I mean when you finish product or unfinished product should be created, right? The finished product with the help of bill of material we are making it. Okay, let's example. Let me create couple of raw material item. Like for example, I am going to the product information management. I believe it's not there, the raw material items. Mm, product, release product. Okay, so at here you can see, let me quickly create couple of items. Let's imagine this item 003. So at here I'm giving as what product. Okay, one I have iPhone 12, it's already there is a one product is there. So to make one iPhone 12 I require couple of components like camera. Okay, so for item we have couple of prerequisites which need to be mapped. One is the item model group. Why we map the item model group? Item model group is nothing but my costing will be calculated based on this and my inventory will be issued according to that. Next I have item group. Item group is nothing but to make grouping of this particular item category based on the category basis. That is one, and we use the item group for hitting the ledger account financial posting. For that purpose we will use the item group. This is already I have explained. And we have storage dimension group. In name itself it is there where we are exactly storing it. And we have tracking dimension group to track this particular product where exactly it is located. So currently I have marked as none. Okay, and I have clicked on OK. So I just created one product. So similarly let me create some more products related to iPhone components. Okay, let me create new. Let me give it as chipsets and motherboard. Okay, let me update the same for all the item group, item model group, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group. Okay, let me create one more. So at here I have created three items. One is the camera.
Camera.
Another one I have created camera. Another one I have created
Motherboard.
chipset and motherboard. Now I am creating metal for iPhone body design. Okay, so when I updated this, so at here my raw material items are one is metal and iPhone. Okay, let me go back. Let me filter with iSeries over here. Yeah, 1 minute. I just want to. Okay, so at here what I did after. Okay, so you just check these 2, 3, 4, 5, these 4 items. Okay, so at here my end result item is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Okay, this the finished product. To make this particular finished product I require some raw materials. So what is my raw materials? Camera, chipsets, motherboard, and body design, metal for body design. So these are the three raw materials which I am utilizing it to make the finished product. So how we can make this how we can make the inventory of this particular finished product with the help of bill of material journal. Okay, so these three items inventory will be reduced and this particular item inventory will be up. Okay, So now I just created these three items, right? So let me make the inventory 111 and then we will make the finished product. Okay, to make the inventory, either we can use inventory movement journal or inventory adjustment journal. Okay, so I'm making the inventory adjustment journal. So for that I will navigate to the inventory management. Okay, under journal entries I have inventory adjustment. I will click on new. So by default inventory adjustment has been added. Now let me select the site and warehouse. Okay, now at here I will add the line items, like for example I camera. First I have selected the camera, so at here I am giving 5 quantity and I am giving the cost price as 25. Next I am giving the another line item I000004, that is chipset and motherboard. Quantity I am giving as 5 and I am giving the cost price. Similarly I will update for another one I000005, that is my metal. This is also 5 quantity. Okay, so at here once I have updated the inventory, now I have the inventory stock. Okay, so once you have the raw material, then only you can make the finished product, right? So I have the items which is related to iPhone, I have the inventory which is already exist. Now I can prepare my BOM journal. BOM journal is nothing but bill of material. For that you can navigate to the uh, inventory management, journal entries, bill of material. Okay, so mostly you can use the advanced bill of material journal in the manufacturing sector, where you may have the formulas for that also. Okay, so at here I am clicking on new. So at here I am selecting the site and warehouse, like for example site 1, warehouse 11. Okay, and I have clicked on OK. If you updated over here, by default the site and warehouse will be taken in line level. If you didn't update it over here, then in that case you can select manually in the BOM journal lines. Okay, so at here I am clicking on new. So at here, when you are creating the BOM journal, first you need to select the finished product. So what is my finished product? My finished product is uh, iPhone 13 Pro Max. So when I'm typing over here iPhone 13 Pro Max, okay, so this is the phone which I have selected. This is one quantity, and at here it was asking me to update the site and warehouse. So I will update the site and warehouse. Next, so you can see this is the finished product, right, which I have selected. When I'm adding a new line in the BOM journal, you can see there will be a BOM journal checkbox will be checked, and if I add the item I000003, okay, which is camera, you can see by default it was reducing the quantity in minus. Okay, when I consume this camera quantity, okay, and the chipset quantity, what will happen by default? Let me add the chipset.
Gautam sir,
Mhm.
we have to add first line must be finish a product, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the first line which I have added the finished product, and you can see for the finished product there any checkbox is checked, BOM line no. When I'm adding the raw material item, then only it's checking by default this is the finished product, I mean raw material item.
Yeah.
And if you update the cost price 25 and this one has some 45. So at here whatever the cost I'm updating over here, so what will happen, that cost will be added at the end in the total cost of this particular line item, finished product item. Wait, let me add the line. Since we didn't updated the price information in the line level, I mean the product in product master we have the base price, right? So I didn't update the base price, so that was the reason it's not updating me to make it positive value. Okay, so let me manually add the directly this particular with zero quantity, zero value itself. Okay, so at here you can see I'm not able to update the cost amount because as we have set the base price as 0, so because of that it's not allowing me to modify the cost amount. Okay, so at here you can see this is the finished product, that is iPhone 13 Pro Max, and we have added the all the components related to this particular item. Okay, so once the all the raw material item, how many quantities if we consume, then only my finished product will be completed. So the finished product quantity cost amount will be based on the quantity consumed and the cost value over here. So whatever the cost value we have set in the this particular item master level, then based on that it will be picked and populated over here.
Chine,
Okay,
Chine,
now you can post
కొంచెం
this
నాకు
particular,
బుక్ పెన్ ఫోన్
yeah. So once I click on post, so what will happen, the inventory will be reduced in this raw material item and a finished product will be raised. Okay, let's imagine, I'm going to post over here. Let me post this particular bomb journal. Click on OK. Now you can see the journal has been posted. Okay, now if I go to this particular raw material item, any one raw material item, view details. Okay, let me open this item journal. Okay, so if I go to the manage inventory, okay, transactions, now you can see you have purchased 5 quantity and you have sold 1 quantity, and you can see the reference. Okay, we have updated the 5 quantity with the help of inventory adjustment, so you can see the reference inventory adjustment. 5 quantity has been updated for this particular product, that is purchase. In the sense we have brought the cost into our inventory. I mean the inventory as inventory we have received, inventory we have stored in our respective warehouse, so that was the reason it's showing as purchased 5 quantity. Okay, when you are when you are selling it, it will be shown as sold and the inventory will be reduced from that particular warehouse. Now you can see at here -1 we have reduced the quantity. Okay, similarly for the other product also. And when I see the finished product, okay, if I open the finished product, now you can see for this finished product also it will be up with 1 quantity with the help of bomb journal as a reference. Okay, now you can see bomb journal purchased 1 quantity and what was the cost, 780. From where this cost is appearing, as we have purchased, let me go back another step. Okay, now as we have posted our inventory adjustment. Okay, so in an inventory adjustment, so this is the journal which we have posted, right? So if you open this particular journal lines, so what was the amount per unit over here? If I calculate the sum of this particular cost, how much is the amount? 780, right? And when you see this 780 in the iPhone 13 Pro Max item. Like for example, let me duplicate this particular tab. Inventory management. Sorry. Okay, product information. Okay, so if I go to the transaction of this particular inventory, now you can see this cost amount, you are able to see 780 from where it's coming. As you can see, the average cost of this 3 item is 780. So this 780 cost base, it's created a line of inventory up with this particular amount. Is it clear, Sri Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
You have a number of examples like instant mix. You have heard instant mix, ready-made curries. You will get it in grocery. Okay, so all these are made with formula base with the help of bomb journals. So these bomb journals are utilized in advanced level in the manufacturing sector, and also for this also you will have bill of material route, you will have routing journal. Okay, so additionally these will be added over there.
So if we want to know the price of finisher product, at that time we check with bomb journal, right?
Yeah, usually see what will happen if you update the price, cost price. uh, okay, I'm at here itself, right? Begin with, okay, let's imagine this is the camera, right? If I update the, so we have three base prices. Okay, let me make you give you more clarity. We have three different uh, base prices. If you see the purchase tab, we have base price per purchase. So this is the purchase price which we can update. Okay, and second we have sell base price. If you go to the sell tab, sell base price. Okay, and third we have under manage inventory. uh, yeah, yes, under manage cost you can see this is the price, so this is the third place. So as I said that we have three different base prices in the item level. When you make the purchase transaction, by default whatever the price you have updated, that price information will be populated in the line. If you want to modify, you can modify it. Okay, similarly sell, if you do the sales order transaction, whatever the base price you have updated, when you select this particular line item, by default the sales price will be populated. If you want to modify it, you can modify it. Okay, and this is the cost price. So once you updated the cost price, it will be based on average, or whatever the purchase price is there, that purchase price also will be there as a cost price for couple of cases. So if you update the cost price, you cannot change in the inventory transaction level. Like for example, whatever the cost price you have updated over here, by default this particular cost price will be flow in your inventory transaction level. Okay.
Is sell price and cost price are different?
Yes, sell price and cost price are the terminology is terminology pronunciation is different, but if you see the sell price is nothing but your sales price.
Okay.
See, for when you say the cost price is nothing but that is your expenditure. Okay, expenditure in the sense which company will bear the uh, company will bear that particular expenses. Company need to pay from his pocket. Okay, purchase and purchase price and inventory cost will be paid inside the company. I mean the company will bear the expenses for that. Okay, sell price is nothing but my revenue.
Yeah.
So if I want to know what is my exact revenue, so when I when I issue my cost, okay, and I'm issuing the cost with how much price I am selling to the customer. So my revenue will be calculated sales amount minus COGS. Then your revenue will come. Okay.
UGS means.
Cost of goods sold. Your let's imagine your sell price is 100. Okay,
Okay.
and your cost of goods sold is 150.
Okay.
So what is the revenue over here?
Minus 50.
150 minus 100, that is 50 is your revenue. That is profit for you.
Oh, profit.
Profit in the sense revenue is always it will be a positive income side. So all incomes when your expenses are low, when your income is high, then it's profit. When your expenses are high, your revenue is low, it means loss.
Yeah, but you said the cost is expenditure, right?
Yeah,
You told it is 150, but the sell price is 100. So,
I said cost of goods sold. It's an income
okay.
side.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
P&L item. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the bill of material. So before going to the finance module, so I just want to tell you the how the flow will start. So this is the interview questions. So how you work, what is your role in this particular implementation? Okay, so the implementation will have three different instances. Okay, one is you will have development instance, UAT instance, and production instance. So it's a systematic phase. First you will start with development phase. In development phase you will have the standard instance. Standard instance is nothing but whatever we are doing over there, right? So this is our standard instance. Okay, you can also known as vanilla instance, also some people call as vanilla instance, standard instance, demo instance, whatever, n number of names. Okay, so with the help of this particular development instance, so whatever process we have seen, okay, we will demonstrate our process with respective client, whoever it may be. They will go through it. I mean each process they will map with their business cycle. So you need to understand what was their requirement, you need to ask the questions. So how you will create purchase requisition in your system. If both the process are same, so what additional new fields you require. Okay, if they have any custom process, then they will say that we want this particular field. Then you can ask why we require this particular field. Ask the justification. Okay, so this is the phase where you will collect the requirement. Okay, if you see the implementation cycle, we may have different ways of implementation. We have different implementation methodology. Okay, some will follow agile methodology. Okay, so what do you mean by agile methodology over here? You will have a goal. So this is the target date which you need to close it. So you have to achieve that particular target date. So whatever work you have, whatever task you have, you need to close it in agile methodology. Okay, so this is the generic understanding I am telling you. Why? Because in interview this kind of question will ask, so what kind of methodology you have used to implement this, what is your role in that. Okay, so you should be ready to answer. For that purpose I am explaining this methodology and telling about you that. And next we have we have discussed about agile. Next we have CRP methodology, that is nothing but conference room pilot. So there will be a CRP sessions initially. Okay, in CRP sessions you will showcase, you will get the requirement. If any customization is required, take the technical support to complete it. Once you complete, then you will give the training and you will close the CRP session. So like that you may have multiple CRP sessions. Okay, once all the CRP sessions has been completed, then it will go to the UAT readiness. Okay, what will happen in UAT readiness? You will configure each and everything. Like for example, now we have configuring the SCM module. So in SCM module, what are the key models which will which we will configure? One is procurement sourcing, sales and marketing, product information management, inventory management. These are the main modules which we'll configure, right? So once this is done, what is our next step? So they maybe have a data migration activity. So what this data migration activity will do? Okay, so we need to import the masters. So at here, what is our master? So this topic initially I need to discuss with you at the beginning, but I have not discussed, so that was the reason. So at here we have a master level, like we have master is different, transaction is different. Okay, so if you see, let me go to the accounts payable. Okay, now accounts payable we have a number of tabs, right? We have a vendor is there, purchase order is there, invoice are there, payment are there. In this, which one is our master, which one is transactional? So we need to segregate it, whether it is a invoice master or it is a transactional master. We need to segregate the data in masters or transactions. So at here if you see vendor is my master. Okay, purchase order is my transactional data, invoice is my transactional data, payments is my transactional data. Okay, similarly if you see procurement sourcing. Okay, so in procurement sourcing if you see we have purchase order, purchase requisition, request for quotation, vendor, catalog, price and discount, purchase agreement, rebate, consignment, like that. Okay, so at here purchase order is, what is purchase order? Is our transactional data or master data? It's a transactional data. So in this, which one is our master data? We have vendor is our master data, and also we have procurement category is also one of the master data. Okay, and if you go with vendor, again we have sub masters. Like for example, in vendor also we may have vendor one master data is there, right? Other than that vendor, we have also vendor groups. If you see under setup, we have vendor groups. So this is also another master where you can segregate, where you can classify your vendor, whether he belongs to the what kind of vendor it is, whether it is intercompany or it is a local or it is a foreign, it is unregistered vendor. So you can classify with the help of groups, and based on groups only your posting profile will be set up. Okay, so you will receive once you have completed your CRP sessions, you will have the UAT phase. In UAT readiness, initially that is the first step. In UAT readiness, you will configure it, all the modules, either it may be finance or SCM. The next step is you will import the data. Okay, once you import the data, you will do a dummy run, trial run. If you have any integrations or if you have any customization points, Okay, each and everything you will run, that is known as regression testing. Okay, regression testing is nothing but you will test complete cycle of all the test cases, all the requirements what they have shared in the CRP session. Once this is done, then you will do the UAT training for the end users. Okay, once the end user training is done, they will have certain time to test it, and if they have any issues, they will raise it. You need to retrain them, or you need to fix that particular bugs. Okay, if any new requirement, you can take it, but park it as a CR. CR is nothing but the change request. Once this is done, you will get the UAT sign off. Once the UAT sign off is done, then the production readiness again, you will configure, you will load the master data, you will load the transaction data, and you will load the balances, inventory master data. Okay, and you will replicate the database with UAT and do the end-to-end testing, that is also regression testing. Once this regression testing is done, then you will release to the production to the end user, that is the go live. Okay, so this is the cycle in the CRP session, implementation cycle. And we have another way of implementation, that is waterfall methodology. Okay, so this waterfall methodology has classified into 6 basic steps. One is analysis. Okay, then after that diagnostic phase, design phase, development phase. These are the 4 phases. After that, 5th phase is UAT, and last phase is go live. Okay, UAT and go live, it's the same as how you have done in the CRP sessions. You will have UAT readiness and everything. Right here, all these 5, it's a systematic process. So once this phase is complete, then only we'll move to the another phase in waterfall methodology. So at here in Microsoft, we follow show step methodology and CRP methodology for implementation. Any doubt in this one? It's a theoretical, I should have explained you in before, but if I explain at the time, you will not able to understand. So that was the reason I am explaining now. Okay, so if anyone asks what kind of methodology you have used for implementation, you can say CRP methodology. It's a combination of both agile and waterfall. If anyone asks what do you mean by CRP means. Okay, any doubt in this? It's a little bit confusion for you. Okay, so let me, okay, so if you have any more doubts in this one, in SEM module, if no doubt, then we can start with the finance module. Yeah, I will show you one more thing. 1 minute. Just give me a minute, let me post one sales order. Then I want to showcase one more thing over here. Let me post this particular sales order. So you know how we can do the sales order invoice. We can do in different ways. If it is a service based industry, directly we can book the sales order and directly we can invoice. If it is a manufacturing sector, then we will have the registration process. Okay, I just created the sales order. So let me select the item. Let me select the camera. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, so at here what I did, I have created another inventory adjustment journal for item number 4. Okay, so what I did over here in that particular inventory adjustment journal, so I have created with the 10 quantity and I have given the unit price as 105. Okay, so at here I am booking my uh, sales order. Okay, so before going to the sales order, I want to show over here one more uh, 1 minute, let me open that particular item. Okay, so at here you can see I have created this particular line item and I have 10 quantity, and previously I have given 25 quantity. Okay, and currently you can see on order it's minus 1 quantities we have ordered but not yet posted. Okay, so what is my total cost amount is available over here. Okay, so if you see the total cost value over here for all the lines, it is 1270, right? So if 1270, if it is average cost, then what will happen? 1270 divided by available quantity. So what is my available quantity? It's 14 only. Okay, so two purchase, that is 15, and one sold, that is 14 is my on and availability quantity. Okay, so if you see the average cost, it will be 90.714. Okay, but if you see this particular item, okay, this item, if you see the item group, sorry, item model group, what we have mentioned, FIFO. FIFO in the sense first in first out, right? Now if I do this particular sales, now if I am doing this particular sales transaction, okay, this particular sales, let me post it. $150. Okay, now this particular sales order has been invoiced. Now if I go back to this particular item number, okay, on hand transaction, okay, let me refresh it. Now you can see, so this is the sales order number 936. One quantity has been reduced. So at here you can see the cost, what it is updated, 90.17, which is right or wrong? Can anyone answer? Sri Lakshmi.
Gautam, can you ask?
Yes, Sri Lakshmi, you're saying something.
Please ask the question one more time. Kamlesh.
Yeah. So what I did, I have posted the sales order. Okay. Before posting sales order, I have given, let me expand all the rows. Okay. Okay. So before posting the sales order, so these are the inventory transaction which is available in the respective item transaction. Okay. So at here, if you see what is my total on hand availability quantity, if I combine all the quantity, it will give me my on hand quantity. So what is my total cost? Total cost is this much. Okay. If it is average, if it is weighted average is your costing, then what will happen? This divided by this, right?
Yes.
So now I have assigned this particular item costing as FIFO. Okay. So what do you mean
और
by
आपको दे दे
FIFO?
रहे
FIFO means first in, first out. Okay. So at here, now if I'm making a sales transaction now with -1 quantity, so what cost it should take?
तभी दीजिए मत था सर
So Lakshmi, you got the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me show you the after posting the sales order invoice. Okay. Now I have posted the sales order invoice. You can see the last one. Okay. This cost is correct or wrong?
I think correct.
No, it's wrong. This is a scenario question which usually asked in the interview also. So that was the reason I just prepared the same scenario over here. Okay. So this is incorrect cost. How I am saying, if you see this particular item cost, okay. So I'm going a step back. You can see my costing I have mapped as FIFO. Okay.
Yes.
FIFO in the sense first in, first out. So when I go to the transaction, now what is my first in? First in was this one, 5 quantity with 275, which means how much is one quantity? 275 divided by 5, it's 55, right?
Yes.
So in 55, still I have 4 quantity which I can make it out, which is not done. Only one quantity it is done. You can see 55 is the cost which is already reduced. When I do the second purchase with what was the my cost amount per unit at here 1050 divided by 10. It means 105 is the cost for each unit. Okay. If it is average, you're right. This is right. There is no issue with this particular cost. When is FIFO? Means first in first out. So at here the cost should be 55, but it is showing us 90.7. Okay. For this kind of issues, what we will do, we will run the recalculation. Okay. As I have already explained, in inventory, we have closing and adjustment recalculation, which we will run on periodic basis. Okay, if you go to the inventory management periodic, you can see closing and adjustment. So this is a periodic task. Mostly you will run the closing on month-end basis, but recalculation you can run on regular basis, on daily, on weekly ones. It's your wish, depends on the industry. Okay, so at here when you run the recalculation, okay, either you can run by period or the date up to that particular date, and if you click on OK, the recalculation will run. So what this recalculation will do, it will correct this particular kind of issues. Okay, now see, I just run this particular job. Now you can see at here a record will be created. Okay, recalculation, which is nothing but adjusting the cost. It will adjust the cost, let it post, then you can see the correction in the cost.
Kan kalian juga detected. Betul dia kan. Iya. Benar.
Let me show you if anything is run. Let me see in the vouchers. Not yet, still running.
Kurang suka ya. Itu dia yang buat kalian.
Okay, now you can see recalculation is okay as log. So if I go to the vouchers, okay, now in this particular voucher, you can see the cost of goods has been invoice has been adjusted with 35.71. Okay, now in release product, there is I404 item number 4, right? Okay, now you can see the sale price has been corrected with 55.
Yes.
Okay, so when you are running the FIFO or LIFO has a costing, so in that case you need to run the, at the end of the day you need to do the recalculation to correct your actual cost. Okay,
If we apply weighted average, then it take overall prices average, right?
yeah, if you take the weighted average by default, it will correct that one. There is no issue with the weighted average. When you are doing with the LIFO or FIFO as a costing method, in that case you need to do it again and again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any more queries? Okay, if there is no query, then we will end the session today, and from tomorrow we will start the core finance. Okay, in finance we have a different module like accounts payable, account receivable, cash and bank, budgeting, and we have credit and collections, expense management, fixed asset, GL. So we will see these all modules tomorrow. We'll start with AP. In accounts payable also same what we have done with the previously, like we have gone up to the invoice level, right? So after posting invoice, what finance user will do? So we will start from there, from AP module in our next session. Okay, so
Gautam sir, in finance topic, can we get account entries one more time or not?
accounting,
Accounting entries topic, can we get or not?
yeah, we will see the accounting entries. It's a mandatory.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a mandatory. We'll go step by step. If you want, we can create new legal entity also. We'll start with the new legal entity. What are the steps we need to map over there? So we'll see each and everything.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will start this particular inventory.
Is morning time or evening time, sir?
Tomorrow morning only we'll keep. We'll try to close at the earliest. Why? Because I have 11. I have one meeting. In my time. In my time, 11 means it's for you 12:30. So I need to close before that.
Okay.
I'm 1.5 hour away from you, so that's the thing. Okay, no issues. From tomorrow onwards, we will start our core in finance module. So we will have the same concept, like sales order, purchase order will be there as a part. So we will go further after the what will happen in the sales order. But sales quotation, purchase requisition, RFQ, that will be not be part of that one in the finance module. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then see you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you.